you guys have your coffee at home too. And we'll take a minute or so, especially this first time, to make sure everybody has a chance to get on and find us and figure out what they're doing and get set up.
Including me.
I was going to say, Kelly and I are doing the same, making sure we're not blinding you with light and all of those things. And boy, it's a beautiful day here in Colorado. I hope wherever you guys are watching at home, it's a beautiful day where you are. And I was so excited this morning. I woke up and I was like, you know that feeling when it's like your 12th birthday and you can't wait for everyone to come over? I had that feeling again, like, I'm going to get to teach and I'm going to get to see all of you guys. So I'm so happy. I did shave my beard, but I didn't dye my hair. So, we're all working with what we got going on here in this pandemic, right? Yeah, shaving the beard felt crucial, but I just didn't have time to dye the hair. So,
hi, Nicole.
Good morning, Alex. And while you guys are all joining, I would love nothing more than to do what we normally do if we're together in the studio, which is say hi to one another, introduce yourselves, give us a wave so you know who you're practicing with. Hi, Elsie. Hi, Dia. Good morning. And hi, Michael. And yeah, just
Taylor.
come on in and get your mats and get your coffee. We want to see your pets, your kids, your dirty laundry. Hi, Marina. We love you too. Hi, Christina. Good morning. Hi, Jody from the East Coast, and Sarah. Hi, Heather. Hey, Lucy and Alex. Good morning. Hi, Anna. Hi, Heidi. Good morning. Good morning, JT. Hi, Kat. Glad you got on. Hi, Paul. Hi, Kate. Hi, Dave. Good morning. Good morning. We're going to wait just an extra minute this morning. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Summers, so we can say hello and get settled. So, yeah, get your mat, and your pets are probably getting excited now that you're close to the floor that they're going to want to come over and walk on your mat. And hi, Nicole, and walk all over you. But take your time. Get set up and let yourself really land on your mat. And as I'd love to say is, Kelly, don't you agree that getting on your mat is 50% of it? Because some people are still sleeping and they're going to wake up in a little bit and be like, oh, I didn't get up in time to do that practice. And so you've already done 50%. And yes, Polly, great question. Can I help with the music? So while we're getting set up, that's a great question. Kelly sent you guys a playlist. It's been up on both Instagram and Facebook. And I think it's going to be easiest to be able to hear me and see Kelly on the device you're watching right now. And in a few minutes, once we get going, I'll cue you to hit play on your playlist. And if you start that on another device, I think it'll work a little better. Morning, Natalie. Hi, Carol. Hi, Alexandra. So I think that what I want you guys to be able to do is see Kelly and hear me on one device, and then just have your playlist queued up on another device. And as we get ready, we'll let you know it's time to hit play and get going on the music. And some of you are practicing in silence, and that's great. And Kelly and I have our love shirts on. We're ready to go today. This is great. And
Taylor, do you want me this way or this way?
Yeah, you're going to face that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So while you're arriving, if you're already here and fairly set up, why don't you come into child's pose or a comfortable seat and just let yourself land. And again, if you've got your playlist queued up on another device, that's going to work best for you when it comes time to press play. Boy, this is such a luxury. I never get to drink coffee while I teach. This is so nice. So yeah, so come to child's pose and let yourself start to land and arrive. And know at this moment, you are certainly not alone. You've got Kelly and I with you, and you've got 25 other people practicing with you. And it's a new day, and here we go again, right? Here we begin again, as we've done so many days in these last few weeks. So letting yourself land here letting yourself arrive, and maybe most powerfully, letting yourself begin again. Maybe roll your forehead side to side. A lot of people are telling me they're carrying a lot of their tension right now in the neck and shoulders. And if that's you, rolling your forehead side to side here might be a really nice chance to just give a little love and attention to all that we're holding up. And with so much unknown, I feel like really what we're holding up is the unknown, and that makes the head and neck awfully heavy and tight. Let your jaw be heavy and soft. And see if you can give the entire weight of your body over to the floor. Whether you're in a seat or you're in child's pose, give the weight of your body over. And just feel the next few breaths move through your body and your shape. So for those of you just beginning to join, I'm Taylor White Moffitt, and I teach yoga and meditation here in Boulder, Colorado. Typically at this time, I teach at the Raj Yoga and Meditation Studio. So I'm so happy to be with you guys here online. And this is totally new. I've never taught an Instagram class or a live class. And for some of you, this might be your first live class. And we're all in this together, right? Every day, we're beginning again. We're challenging ourselves to figure out new ways of being. And we've made it this far, so I feel really confident we're going to make it through this next 75 minutes, maybe even better than these last few weeks. So from this place, set an intention for your practice. Why are you on your mat on this day? What matters most to you here? Good, and then feel your body, breathe that intention in and breathe that intention out. I see the garage. And then slowly and mindfully bring your palms forward, spread your fingers, and press down into the mat to feel your shoulders awaken. And then press yourself back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. Press down with your hands, press down with your feet to feel yourself rise again, right? We go from this sort of humble fetal position on the floor all the way back up again. And I don't know about you, but that's so many days of this last 5 weeks, right? I'm like on the floor in a fetal position and then rising again. Good. Take your feet nice and wide towards the edges of your mat. Good. And then take your hands wide and hold on, grip the edges of your mat with your hands. So a little more space to grip, to press. Good. And with your hands, just as they are, come forward to high plank. Shoulders over your wrist. You can see Kelly stretching her heels back. And with your nice wide feet, drop both your heels to your right. Both heels over to your right. And then to center and over to your left. And then moving with your breath at your own pace, begin to roll side to side. Just beginning to feel the rotation of your pelvis, of your rib cage, of your hips. Good, just once more each side. Coming back to that wide hand, wide foot, high plank, back at center. And then back to downward dog. And then let your hands and feet come back to their more natural position. And continue to press down to send your tailbone up. Some of us are going to make good use of the yoga pants we've been putting on every day for 5 weeks. We're going to use them this morning. That'll be good. That'll be good. Beautiful. And then walk your hands back to your feet, to the back of your mat. And interlace your fingers behind your low back, at the base of your low back. Take your feet a little wider, bend your knees, and melt forward. So especially in humble beginnings, there are these places where we have to surrender, right? To not knowing, to trying to figure out what we're doing, to the uncertainty. And we're just allowing here. Good. And then gently bring your hands to the floor. Good. And then walk your hands up to your hips or your waist and come all the way up to stand, Samastitihi. And put both hands on top of your heart. Will you stack both hands on top of your heart? Good. Feel yourself here. Feel your feet underneath you. Feel your heart beating underneath your hands. And feel that although we have no idea what this day will bring, we are here together right now. Beautiful. Inhale your arms up overhead. And then exhale and fold forward over your legs. Good. Take a halfway lift. Find a long spine. Send your heart forward. Good. And then bow down. Good. And then again, Tadasana. Reach to the ceiling. And Kelly's going to adjust her camera so we can see her upper body a little bit better. And then as you exhale, bow and fold down over your leg. Good. Then that halfway lift again, hands to shins, knees or thighs. Good morning, Eva. And then bow forward over your legs. Good. One more time. Take that halfway lift, pull your heart forward, and then bow forward. Good. Walk your hands forward. Take high plank position. High plank position. Good. And from high plank, lower all the way down to the mat. Nice and slow, nice and steady. We're not rushing. Good. Cobra pose. Palms under your shoulders. Lift your chest up. And then exhale and bow down. Let's do that 2 more times. Lift your chest up and bow your chest down. Last time, lift your chest up, pause at the top, perhaps walk a little higher onto your fingertips. Drop your left shoulder and look right. Left shoulder drops, look right. Good, come back to center, drop your right shoulder and look over your left or your opposite shoulder. Good, come back to center, lift yourself up, and then bow down. Good. Press up to high plank or tabletop. And then press back downward facing dog. Good. A big breath in. Open your mouth, stick your tongue out and sigh. Good. Do that again. Big breath in. Mouth open, tongue out, exhale. Good. One last time. Feel yourself breathe all the way in and then feel yourself let it all go out. Good. Walk your feet forward. Halfway lift. And fold down. Tadasana. Reach for the ceiling, through the ceiling to the sky. And then airplane your arms back behind you. Palms face down, legs are straight. You're still in Tadasana. Chest is lifted, top of the head reaching to the ceiling. Good. Now rocket arms. Reach forward with a tall spine. Reach your arms forward in front of you like you were grabbing someone standing right in front of you and giving them the hug you've been wanting to give them. You got it, Kelly. And then draw your elbows back. Just draw them straight back. Elbows draw back behind you like you could pull your elbows together behind your upper spine. Good. Let's do that again. Stand tall. Tadasana. Legs stay straight, just airplane arms. Good. Rocket arms. Reach forward. Grab that person you want to hug. Good. Draw your elbows back together behind you. Squeeze your elbows together behind your back. Good. One more time. Mountain pose. Reach up. Airplane arms. Legs stay straight. Beautiful. Rocket arms. Reach forward. Reach for that person. Good. Pull them towards you. Draw your elbows back. Palms spread wide. Good. Reach now, chair pose, Utkatasana. Same movements now, just bent legs. So airplane arms. Arms go back. Palms face down. Triceps reach towards each other. Good. Take the corners of your mouth up a little bit. You're doing it. You're here. You're flowing. You're breathing. You're showing up in all of this. That's all we can do. That's enough. Good. Rocket arms. Reach forward. Good. Spread your fingers. Feel that person right there so you could put your hands on their shoulders and draw them into you. Beautiful. And then take your elbows back. Elbows draw straight back together onto your back. Reach the elbows towards each other. Good. Interlace your fingers behind your low back. Lift your chest up and then bow forward. Good. A full breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Good. Step back to high plank. And now flow your way to downward dog. Take a push-up, a cobra, a chaturanga, a press back, but take your time and notice, like so many things in this last few weeks, you've got to do it your way. Your way. Good. Now, wherever you are, this is a great time to press play on the playlist if you're listening to the music. Good. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Good. Feeling your breath moving in and feeling your breath moving out. Good. Take a big breath in. Empty it all out. Step your right foot to the front of your mat, low lunge. Good. Straighten it, bend that right leg a few times. Come forward and back, maybe a little side to side. Good. Meeting in low lunge, take your right arm up to the sky and reach up for a grounded twist. Good. Now starting to connect the upper body, reach to the front of the room, over your head as you breathe in. Take your arm back towards your hip as you exhale. Good. Reach forward and reach back. One more time forward and one more time back. Good. Pause here. Send your top shoulder back, your heart a little higher. If you're having problems with the playlist, you're just going to work with things as they are, right? We're noticing how many problems we're all having, figuring out Zoom calls and work and school for your kids. And we're just going to do our best and kind of drop what doesn't work. Good. Low lunge is next. Good. And now we'll take running man. Your left arm reaches to the front of the room and your right arm reaches back. Good. Squeeze the inner thighs, take a breath in, and then change your arms. Right arm forward, left arm back. Good. Big breath in. Change your arms. Good. Take another breath in and another breath out. Good. Change the arms, reach forward and back. Good. And then one more time, change your arms. Good. Lengthen through your hands, lengthen through your spine. Take a breath in. Warrior two. Warrior two. Good. And as you feel that warrior energy, feel what most of us are going to need to carry ourselves through, right? We've got stira. You're steady, you're centered, you're steadfast. And we also need sukha, right? Some softness, some ease, some space to let things evolve, to let the uncertainty be there. Good. Straighten that front leg. Let your palms meet up overhead. And then back to warrior two. Good. Two more times. Straighten and lift. And back to warrior two. One last time, lift high, reach up, and back to Vira 2. Good. Turn your front palm to the ceiling, reverse warrior. Good. Take that top hand and drape it over your head and let your fingers gently find your skull. And you could take that back arm, wrap it around you if you'd like, or just let it hang and be free. Good. As you inhale, straighten the front leg. As you exhale, sit back in. Good. 2 more times. Long breath in, lift up. Long breath out, sit low. 1 more time, lift up. 1 more time, sit low. Extended side angle, unravel your arms and send them the other direction. Good, that top arm reaches up, beautiful. Good, now almost like you were taking triangle pose, begin to straighten that front leg just a little bit. Good, and then come back in. And then 2 more times. Lift your hips high, lift the side body. Good, and then lower back to extended side angle. 1 more time lifting, and 1 more time lowering. Good, now star pose. Star pose, 5-pointed star. As your toes face out, bring your hands to heart center and sit low. Bring your hands together, bend your knees, sit low. Good. If you'd like, lift your heels and then some little pulses here. Just finding yourself lifting and lowering. And again, feeling this balance, this dance that everything is being asked of us. Yeah, swing it out a little bit. Beautiful. And then back to star pose. Open it all up. Feel expansion. Good. To the front of your mat again. Low lunge. Low lunge. Good. Crescent lunge is next. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. With that front knee bent, lift your arms up overhead, coming into that high lunge position. Beautiful. Good. Find steadiness in your front foot. Feel your back toes are working as a pivot. Good. As you inhale, reach high, rise up. As you exhale, elbows and that back knee hover over the mat. Good. Lift back up, reach up. Exhale, elbows and knee hover. Good. Last time, lift up. Last time, hover. Pause here. Spread your fingers wide. Spread across your heart. Feel yourself rising up. You're being called upon to step into this challenging time, and you're opening your heart. You're rising to the occasion. Beautiful. Okay, you ready? Big move. Chair pose. Step that back foot forward. Take chair pose. Good. Airplane your arms back. Interlace your fingers. And now bow forward. Bow forward. Good. Big breath in. Hands to the mat. Exhale. Find your way flowing to downward facing dog. To downward facing dog. Good. Feel your body breathe in. Open your mouth and send the breath out. Good. Do that again. Gather up all this tension we've been feeling, and then a huge exhale. Send it all out. One more time. Your biggest breath of the morning. Draw it all in, and then let it all go. Let everything you can't control, exhale it out. Beautiful. Step your left foot forward. Low lunge. Good. Straighten and bend that leg a few times. Good, and then coming to low lunge, take your left arm high for that grounded twist. Good, as you inhale, reach forward. As you exhale, draw that wrist back to your hip. Good, 2 more times, reach forward. And reach back. Good. Feel yourself stay steady as you reach forward. You've got this. Ground and reach, and then reach back. Beautiful. Come back to low lunge. We'll take running man. Take your right arm forward and your left arm back. Good. Now feel, this is kind of the pose that we've been asked to hold the last 5 weeks, right? Managing work from home and Zoom calls, trying to figure all of this out. So can you stay steady and strong? But can you soften around the edges? Resist the urge to hold up anything that's not yours in this. Good. Take a breath in and then change your arms. Extending fingertip to fingertip, the top of your head through your tailbone, your back heel. Good. Take a breath in and change arms. And then you'll do that again. You'll take your breath in and you'll change arms. Good. One more time as you breathe in and then change arms. And then last time, reverse the arms. Good. Stay here, breathe in, warrior two. And then next thing you know, you're up and you're moving and you're rising up again. And I know it's not easy. There's no doubt it's not easy, but you've got this and you're doing it. I can see it. I can feel you all here. It's so great. Good. Now, as you inhale, that front leg straightens, arms connect overhead. Good. And then sit back, warrior two. Two more times. Press to rise. And then soften back to two. Last time. Press, lift up, look up. And then melt back, warrior two. You've got it. Keeping it easy as possible. Turn your front palm over. Reverse your warrior. And again, maybe taking your hand towards the top of your head, your ear, really gently inviting the elbow to the ceiling, and let that opposite arm hang or wrap around behind you. As you're ready, inhale, straighten that front leg. And then come back in. Two more times. Straighten, lift through the elbow, through the rib cage. Good. And bend your front leg and sit back in. Last time, lifting up. And last time, back to reverse warrior. Good. Reverse the arms, extended side angle. Just pivot the arms all the way around. Top arm comes forward. Bottom arm to the knee. Good. And then again, that sort of modified, hi Corey, that modified triangle pose as you straighten the front leg a bit, lift that side body, and then drop back to extended side angle. And then straighten your front leg and drop back in. And then last time, straighten that front leg and drop back in. Good. And then star pose, opening wide. Here's that expansion again. I know it's easy to want to resist it, but let it flow through you. Fingers spread, toes spread. Hi, Michelle. And then horse pose, hands to heart center, knees bend, and you settle in. You could keep your heels on the mat or you could lift them up, but find some little pulses here. And I feel like life is asking us right now for sustainability. Right? For that thing that we're doing, can we do it in a way where we're not gritting our jaw, we're not working too hard, we're doing just the right amount for us. Beautiful. Star pose is next. To the front of your mat, low lunge. Low lunge. And then we'll take crescent lunge, high lunge, arms reach high. You've got it. Good. Spread your fingers, lift your heart. Elbows and knee hover down. Good. Rise up, squeeze and lift. And then hover close to the bone, drop low. You've got it. Last time, rise up. You can do this. And then last time, hover. Pause here, stay here. Feel the tension and be soft with it. Let it move right through you. Let it flow right over your shoulders, right through your fingers. You've got this. Here's that big move. Chair pose is next. Step forward. Send the hips down and back. Good. Beautiful. And then airplane arms. Send your arms back behind you. Good. Interlace your fingers. Take your heart up. And now bow forward over your legs. Stay here. Breathe in. Hands down to the mat. Exhale. Bow forward. Good. Halfway lift. And fold down. Good. Step back to high plank and flow your way to downward facing dog. Know that you're breathing in and know that you're breathing out. Because good Lord, some days that's all we know that's really happening, right? Is that we're breathing in and that we're breathing out. And we're doing it together. There's 32 of us now, breathing in, breathing out, beginning again, greeting the day. Good. One last breath in together. Open your mouth, stick your tongue out and exhale.
Good. Right foot comes forward, low lunge. Good. Straighten your leg once, lift up, and back to low lunge. Good. Right arm high, grounded twist. Good. Reach forward, breathe in. Send it to your back hip, reach back. You've got it. Low lunge is next. Left arm forward, right arm back, running man. Good. Change arms. Warrior 2, swing up and around, open up. And just one time, straighten that front leg, lift up, arms reach overhead. And then warrior 2 again. Good. Reverse warrior. Take that top hand behind your head if you'd like it. Straighten the front leg. And sit low. Yep, stuff's falling, pets are joining. Perfect. Extended side angle, come forward. And then straighten that front leg as much as you'd like and come back in. You've got it. Good. Back to extended. And now horse pose, star pose. Reach up and open. Hands to heart center. Sit low. Lift the heels. Pulse it up once. Drop the heels. Straighten your legs. Star pose. To the front. Low lunge. Crescent lunge is next. High lunge, arms high, knee bent. Good. Drop your elbows, hover that knee. Pause here. Lift your heart high. Big step forward. You got it. Chair pose to the front of your mat. Airplane arms. Reach back. Interlace your fingers. Send your heart up. Good. And then fold forward with your fingers connected. Take a breath in. Hands to the mat. Exhale. Halfway lift. Step back and flow. Find your way to downward facing dog. So you see how we're doing this step by step like every day, right? We're figuring out the music. We're figuring out Zoom. We're figuring out so many things. So be easy on yourself. Together, a breath in. Big exhale, breath out. Good. Through your nose, breathe in. Through your nose, empty. Left foot forward, low lunge. One time, straighten that front leg and send the hips high. Good. Back to low lunge. Send your left arm high, grounded twist. Reach forward to the front. Send your wrist back to your hip. Good. Come back to low lunge. And from here, running man, right arm forward, left arm back. Good. Change your arms. Use strength. You've got this. Warrior 2. Spin open. Feel all the feels. Warrior 2, right? Feel all the feels. Straighten your front leg. Palms touch overhead. Lift up. Reach up. Look up. Back to warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Take that palm to your head. Straighten your front leg. Lift up. And sit back low. Good. Extended side angle. Change the arms. Reverse it. Straighten your front leg, find that triangle variation, and back to extended. You've got it. Star pose, expansion, open. Here's your chance. Spread your heart, hands to heart center, sit low. Good. Lift your heels, pulse up. Sit back down and drop the heels. Beautiful. Star pose, lift up to the front of your mat, low lunge. Here's that high crescent. Reach high, lift up. And then chair pose, step yourself forward. Good. Airplane your arms, fly, feel some freedom and ease. Connect your fingers behind you, lift your heart up, and then bow forward and fold. Good. Lift up halfway and fold down. Step to high plank and travel to downward facing dog. Good. A full breath in and a full breath out. Feel yourself here. With so much happening in the world, it's so challenging. The mind wants to keep racing ahead, trying to figure out what in God's name is going on. And if we had that answer, we'd be broadcasting it this morning on Instagram Live, but we don't. So we're going to be in it with you. And we're just going to keep doing our best, right? And trusting that that is more than enough, that we've all got this. And the only way we're going to do it is one step at a time. So one last breath in together. Open your mouth, exhale. Good. Send your right foot forward, low lunge. Good. From low lunge, take your right arm high, rounded twist. Reach forward and reach back. Good. Low lunge. Running man, left arm forward, right arm back. Change your arms and reach. Warrior two, spin around. Good. Just one time, straighten your legs, palms connect, reach up, look up. Back to warrior two. You've got this. Feel all the feels. Reverse warrior. Straighten your front leg, lift up, come back down. Good. Reverse the arms, extended side angle. Extended side angle. Good. Straighten that front leg, a little triangle variation snuck in here. Good. Back to extended side angle. Star pose, expand, open up, resist the urge to contract. Horse pose, hands to heart center, sit low. Lift your heels, one slow pulse up. Good, and one slow pulse down. You've got it. Star pose, rise. Crescent or a low lunge to the front of your mat, low lunge. And now high lunge, crescent lunge, reach up. Good. Drop your elbows and your knee. Lift up your heart. Pause here. Hook your thumbs under your armpits, right? And take your heart a little higher. Like get a little more courageous in this Saturday. Like I'm here. I'm doing this. I might not freaking want to be, but here I am doing the best I've got. Beautiful, you guys. You ready? Chair pose. Big step forward. Chair, the front of your mat. You've got this. Good. Airplane arms. Good. Pause here. Lift your heels. Drinking bird. Good. Now here's the perch of the day, right? There's so much that's happening, but we don't want to feel like there's so much riding on us. So can you do this with the lightness of a bird? Can you do this with some freedom, with some fun, without taking yourself so seriously? Good. Drop your heels, connect your fingers behind your low back. Take a big breath in. Exhale and fold forward. Good. One more breath in. Release your hands to the mat. Step back to high plank. Pause here. Roll to your left hand and knee or left forearm. Vasisthasana side plank. Good. So you're on your left hand or forearm. You could drop a knee and then the right arm lifts up. Good. Whatever's on the earth, press it down, right? That's your contact point. That's your connection. That's your grounding. Feel that. Press into it. Good. Now lift whatever's up top up. Take the top leg up. Take the top arm up. Good. And then take your heart a little bit higher. Open your throat just a little bit. Beautiful. And then release from high plank to find your way to downward facing dog. And you feel each breath is supporting us, right? And taking in what we need and breathing out and releasing so we can begin again as many times as we need to, as we want to. Good. A big breath in. Mouth open, exhale. Do that again. Breathe in. And let's feel us all exhale. Good. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale. Good. Send your left foot forward, low lunge. Good. Send your left arm high for that grounded twist. Left arm high. Good. Reach forward. Reach back. Good. Low lunge. Running man. Right arm forward. Left arm back. Squeeze and reach. You got it. Change arms. Warrior two. A big spiral open. Straighten that front leg. Palms connect. Eyes look up overhead. Back to warrior two. Good. Reverse warrior. Maybe take your head or a half bind. Straighten that front leg. Lift up into that reverse warrior. You've got it. Good. Reverse triangle. Then back down to reverse warrior. Reverse your arms. Extended side angle. Straighten that front leg. Find that triangle variation for just a moment. Great. Come back to extended side angle and then spring up, open up, star pose again. Feel the expansion. Just allow it for a moment. You've got it, hands to heart center, horse pose. Lift your heels, slowly pulse up and slowly pulse down. Awesome. Good. Star pose. To the front of your mat, low lunge. You're doing great. Stay with it. And then crescent lunge, sweep high. Good. Just one time, bend the front knee, the back knee, the elbows, hover down. Now take your thumbs and hook them under your armpits again. And if you didn't shower, there's probably nobody around. They won't notice, right? Lift up. Feel the courage it takes to step into this, to not avoid it, but to keep expanding. You've got it. Here's that chair pose. Step forward into chair. Awesome job. Now arms swing back, airplane arms. Good. Now pause here. Let's find that bird sipping water. Lift your heels. So you're perched again, right? There's no doubt. You've got all your body weight balancing on your toes, and you're doing your best here to stay strong and steady without having to grip anything. And that's what the universe is asking of each of us right now, right? How can we stay in this, stay strong, stay connected to ourselves without overdoing anything and looking like burnt toast? Awesome job. Chair pose. And then sweep your arms back. Yeah, then connect your arms at your low back. Connect your fingers. Good. Heart high. Good. And then fold forward. Keep your fingers connected. Beautiful. Stay here. Breathe in. Good. Hands to the mat. Fold and breathe out. Step to high plank and hold there. And from high plank, we'll take side plank on the right this time. Vashisthasana. So come to your forearm or your right palm. Drop a knee or a leg, but take Vashisthasana, side plank. Good. So the last side, we focused really on grounding, right? What's holding you center and steady in this? Now, find the lightness, right? Feel the upper leg and the arm lift up. Feel the corners of your mouth lift up. Like what's uplifting you in all of this, right? Are you watching all these doctors and nurses on the front line, friends shopping for each other, people looking out for each other, birthday parades? Like, look for the goodness, look for the helpers, because they're there right now. And it's a good reminder that this is going to be behind us and we're going to be together. Beautiful. High plank and your way to downward facing dog. It's not easy, this thing we're doing. It's not easy for anybody. And yet here we are, we're doing it. And you're doing great. You're doing great. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. One more time, a big breath in and a big breath out. Good. Walk your hands back to your feet. Will you? Hands back to the back of your mat. Good. Lift up halfway and now fold down over your legs. Good. Let's take chair pose again. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Good. Send your hips back and then lift your toes for a minute. You can feel your legs there, and then drop your toes and lift your heels. Yeah, lift your toes, lift your heels. Just rock back and forth. We call this rocking chair. Just do that a few times. Get a sense of where your legs are. Good. And now get steady. Resist the urge to keep adjusting, to keep fidgeting, to check your kids' homework assignments again, to see how you're doing in all this. Like, give yourself room right here to just be steady. Yeah, and then notice in the steadiness, there's all this feeling, right, about what's going on. So feel the courage to like roll out your mat this morning and join us. We're so glad that you did. Good. Now from here, hands to heart center, and we'll take prayer twist to your right. So revolving over to your right. You could take your elbow out. You could split your arms open from floor to ceiling, like whatever works for you. Because again, everybody's got to do it in a way that works for them, or it's not going to work so well. Good. And some of you are listening to Gabrielle Garcon Montana singing, keep on running, keep on staying steady, keep the breath running steady, keep your heart steady, keep your mind steady. Good work. Good. Back to chair pose at center. Hips stay low. Arms reach up. I know it's not easy. You're doing awesome. Hands to heart center. Prayer twist to the other side. Prayer twist to the other side. Notice that your shoulders will likely come together and slide down your back. Hands can stay towards heart center or open wide. And Kelly's doing it her way, and you're all doing it your way, and that's just perfect, right? That's the best thing that could happen, is for all of us to do it our way. You've got it. I know it's not easy on any level. Take one more breath in. Fold forward and bow down. Good work. Take your feet wide for me. And with your first two fingers, grab a hold of your big toes. Yeah, grab a hold of your big toes. With soft knees, lift up halfway. Hi, Heidi. And then fold all the way down. Fold down. Good. I like to keep my knees soft here, but you decide if you want straight or bent legs. And then each new beginning so often arises from this place of letting things roll off of us, right? Often it takes surrender to something to begin again. Let yourself have that here. Good. Slowly release your toes and fingers from one another. Walking your feet under your hips, we're going to take chair pose again. And this time you'll swing your right arm under your left for eagle arms. Garudasana arms. Good. Now let your arms be like soft rope. And do this for me. Will you pull your heart towards your elbows and draw your shoulders a little closer together? Yeah, so you feel like your shoulders draw back a little bit, your heart pulls forward. Beautiful. Now as you inhale, stand tall, lift your fingers high, straight legs. And as you exhale, bend your knees and bring your elbows bring your fingers high. And then as you exhale, draw your elbows down to your bent knees. Good, you've got it. Keep going. 2 more to go. Stand tall, fingers reach high, legs straighten, and then bend and squeeze. Awesome job. Last time, lift up, maybe look up, and then squeeze and bend your knees and hold down low. Good. Contract your face, contract your eyes, your jaw, feel everything tight. And let's set it free. Airplane pose, arms unravel behind you, left leg back, Dakasana, the airplane pose. So next thing you know, you're in flight again, right? And like we're finding this in the days. There's this moment where we're feeling the squeeze, and then all of a sudden there's like a moment of lightness or ease, and we're just staying steady and present to each one. Good. Beautiful. Take one more breath in here and then gently step back, crescent lunge. Good. Arms high, heart open, eyes awake. Here we are. You've got to interlace your fingers behind your head. The other head. Yeah, you got it, Kelly. Good. With your elbows wide, let your hands be a shelf for your head. Press into your hands, let them lengthen your neck, give you space, and then serve your heart up, right? Like, what are you going to be open to today? What are you willing to be courageous around feeling, expressing, acknowledging today? Beautiful. Bring your hands at your heart. Bring both hands together at your heart. Now, slow and steady, you're going to step forward into tree pose. So you're going to do your best. You may need to take a few steps. You may need to readjust. That's perfect. Don't take yourself out by making it harder or letting it have to be a certain way. You just find your way into tree pose. Now, some of you might want to keep your hands interlaced behind your head. Some of you might want hands at heart center. But as best as you can, you're going to find your way into the energy of the tree, right? Those of us in Colorado are buried in snow. It's going to melt a lot more today, but it's like those roots are soaking up all the water, right? Those roots are grounding us for bigger and better days to come. So keep opening into that with your arms. Beautiful. Take another solid breath in. Feet on the earth, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more times. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once more, big breath in, reach wide, lift up. Bring yourself back to center. Good, pause here. Plug your thumbs or your palms into your heart. Revisit the intention of your practice. Is there something you want to add or subtract to make this practice and even better for you? Good. Moving on, chair pose. Chair pose, Utkatasana. They call this the thunderbolt pose. I don't think I have to tell you why. You can feel it here. A lot of leg work this morning. Strong legs to move us into Saturday. Beautiful. Now left arm swings underneath your right for eagle arms. And then again, can you pull your heart forward and draw your shoulder blades back? Awesome, Kelly. That looks great. Good. And then can you also feel your jaw soften? You know, can you feel that soften and relax? Good. Now, as you inhale, legs straighten, fingertips reach to the ceiling. As you exhale, elbows and knees come to center. Good. You've got this. Reach high, lengthen, grow tall, and then contract, squeeze, round, sit low. Good. 2 more. You can do this. Press to lift, rise up. Squeeze and lower down. Good. Last time, rise up, stand tall, and then squeeze and lower here. Good. Now pause and feel what's been pressing on you this week. Just let yourself feel it. Let it be there. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Know that we're with you. Good. Now let's set it free. Airplane pose. Right leg goes back. Both arms go back. Dakasana, the airplane pose. Yeah, and again, if you take the rush out of it, if you take the right or wrong out of it, where is there freedom? Let's trade being right and looking good for freedom. You're doing great. You're doing great staying with it. And then gently step back to crescent lunge, high lunge, arms reach up. Good. And then interlace fingers behind your head and neck. Good. Elbows high and wide. Press your head into your hands. Feel that your hands are a head rest. You can actually give your brain rest for a few minutes. Let your hands hold it up. And then can you feel like your heart's almost like pulling out of its casing a little bit? Can you lift it up? Can you offer it up to somebody else today? Someone maybe you know personally that's really struggling in this situation, maybe someone you've read about, but offer up a little bit of your heart energy here. So nice. Okay, hands to heart center. And now a slow, mindful transition to tree pose. This is a huge transition. Hi, Lauren. This is a big transition. So take your time. And you're going to take that foot up somewhere onto your leg, right? And you're going to find that place where you're back to steady and calm. And your heart might be fluttery and your arms might be open or together. But we're doing this together. You're doing it your way. And that's the recipe for how to get through this, is to do it your way. Good. 3 breaths here. Really great. Good. And then returning hands to heart center, feet on the earth. Pause and stay steady here. Good. Inhale, arms wide, reach high up overhead. And then hands to your heart center. Good. 2 more. Big inhale, reach wide, reach up. And then draw your hands back together at your heart. One last time. Reach wide, lift up. Hands together, draw back to heart center. Good. Pause here. This is that point in the practice where you're starting to absorb. You're starting to feel why you're here and what matters most. And some of those other things can fall away. And you can feel something bigger, I think. Right? You can feel 30 other people breathing, beginning again, just like you. Good. As you inhale, reach high, Tadasana. And then as you exhale, bow low, fold forward. Good. Find that halfway lift. And then fold down. Good. Step to high plank, will you? High plank. Great. And let's take forearm plank. Come to your forearms and let's take forearm plank. So option to interlace your fingers and make kind of a triangle with your arms, or option to just keep your forearms parallel. Good. And this feels like such a pose of compassion to me, of, you know, we are doing our best, and although the world and people may be asking more of us, we are giving what we have. And it's so important that we know that is what's good. That is what's enough, is to bring exactly what we have as we are. And that's different in the morning and at night. It's different on Saturday than it is on Wednesday. So in all this strength, you're leaning into your body. Give yourself just a little bit more compassion and softness. Good. Slowly drop your knees. Walk yourself up to stand on your knees. Walk yourself up to stand on your knees. We're going to take a camel pose this morning. Just one camel, just soft and easy. So bring your hands to your low back. Fingertips could point up or down. Good. And then as you draw your elbows and shoulders slightly back, take your heart a little higher before you do anything. Good. Neck is long. Good. Now begin to lift up and back. Be unconcerned, uninterested how far you go back, but how much can you support yourself? What wants to open? Can you let yourself feel things bubble up and stay right there with them?